So I had to think long and hard how I wanted to approach this. Since you contacted me via Facebook Messenger, and I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to have any little chit chats, I don't want to have any little, hey, how you doing? So, I figure you probably will never see this, but there's a good chance that maybe, who knows, you might. So I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to break it down into little 1-minute increments and put it on my TikTok. So, here we go. 8 years have gone by. 8 years after you and your kids left my house, left it looking like it had been broken into and vandalized, took stuff that didn't belong to you, some of it having great sentimental value to me, and you stole my vehicle. Now granted, yes, you left me a voicemail telling me where I could get it. Still Grand Theft Auto. You didn't have permission to drive it. You didn't even have a valid driver's license, which means you drove my vehicle without permission and no valid license, or you had somebody else drive my vehicle who didn't have permission. Now, I could have called the cops, had you arrested for the theft, for Grand Theft Auto. I didn't. I knew where you were. Didn't care. Didn't go by, pining away. Didn't check up on you. I simply didn't care. I had washed my hands of you. See, my old lady thinks there's still good in me. I don't know, maybe there is. I would like to hope that there is. I know I used to be a good man. But after my ex-wife, and after you, and then a couple others to put a little cherry on top, that good kind of just went away. But as I said, my old lady seems to think that there still is good in me. She's put up with me for 5.5 years. But when you, or people like my ex-wife, with a few cherries on top, want to know why there are no good men left in the world, or very few, you need to look in the mirror. You're the reason. You suck the life force out of them and whatever else you can get out of them. I mean, I took you and your children away from a cesspool area called Hilltop, where you could watch streetwalkers walking up down the street, drug deals, drive-bys, cops, sirens going off at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't take you to the Ritz-Carlton, but I took you to a much better area that didn't really have any crime, and nobody was in your business. I mean, hell, you lucked out. Your in-home healthcare job was across the street and 3 doors down. What luck. You fucked up that job. Then you got one in Lancaster that I had to take you to, and you fucked up that job. Then you took off. I don't know, probably blaming me. But in truth, you really need to look at yourself. Now, I could rant and rave, but you know what? My old lady's right about one thing. I do dwell in the past too much. I let it cloud my present, and it fucks up my future. I just simply don't give a damn anymore. So, I'm not going to wish anything bad upon you. In fact, I hope someday you meet Mr. Right. And he is a nice guy. And I hope you learn something. Don't suck the life force out of him. Don't be a bitch. And I'm being nice with just saying a bitch. That's all I gotta say. I'm done. I mean, I don't know what you expected. Contacting me after 8 years to apologize. I'm obviously past it. Now I'm kind of irritated because now I've had to kind of rehash all that over, but you know what? I'm not going to let it get to me. My old lady figures you're probably wanting to make some attempt at getting back with me, and not going to happen. For one, I've only taken one ex back ever. And that was simply because her mommy and her daddy begged me to. And that went shitty shortly after anyway, and I figured it would. So, mommy and daddy ain't begging to have me take you back. Plus, I'm going to use something my old lady says too. With her now deceased husband. I'm moving forward, I'm not moving backwards. And that's exactly how I am. I've moved forward. I sure as fuck ain't moving backwards. You need to take the time to search yourself and move forward yourself. Have a good life.